Welcome everyone to the Python programming classes. Today I'll be explaining second part of list chapter from the NCERT textbook of class 11. For CS students it is chapter 9 and for the IPS students it is chapter 4 in NCERT textbook. As well as the same topic is given in class 12 CS syllabus also as a revision of this chapter for the data structure section. So you can refer this video for the list chapter. So the previous video I explained about what is list and about the basic concepts of list and the basic functions that we can use with a list. And in this video I'll be explaining about the list methods and built-in functions. Okay. So what is built-in function? Built-in functions in any programming language means the function that the programming language supporting by already there are some built-in function, already there are function that a programming language support. So main advantage of Python is kind of it's supporting a lot of built-in function. So it is easy for us to use the built-in function using the Python programming language. So I'll explain each built-in functions that supporting with the list. Okay. So the first function is len. Len is a function, built-in function which used to return the length of a list. So here you can see len of just a parenthesis given. Parenthesis given. Here we can send the argument as the name of the list. So just see the example. List 1 equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So if you are just counting, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the length of the list 1. So what is length here means the number of elements in the list. So if you are just writing len of list 1, that means we are calling the function len with the parameter list 1. I mean this the argument list 1. Okay. So I'll write the same program here. I'm writing another list 1 equal to writing hello. So this is my element string. Then I'm writing another element 3, 5.7. So how many elements I have? I have just 3 elements. So I'm writing len of list 1. So I got the result 3. Simple function to return the length of the list passed as the argument. Okay. Next function is list of. List of means this function creates an empty list if you are not specifying any argument inside. Or if you are specifying some other argument, it will convert that into a list. So just see list 1 equal to list of means it will be creating an empty list 1. So I'll try that one also. List 2 equal to list of. And if I'm printing list 2, so it will just create an empty list. So already I described about what is list. List is a sequence of elements that we are representing with the square brackets. So you can see an empty list created using the function list. Next function is append. Before that I'll show if I'm giving an argument like a string inside, what will happen. So I'm writing A-E-I-O-U. Okay. So I'm writing list 2. So you can see that it is creating a list of characters. So here I just given a string A-E-I-O-U. Now what is happening? A-E-I-O-U will be converted into a list of characters. Okay. So next function is append function. What is append function? Which appends a single element. It's very important. Which appends a single element passed as an argument at the end of the list. Okay, so it will be adding a single element to the end of the list. So if I want to add an element 50 to the list, how I'll write? List 1 dot append of 50. So the argument is the element that I want to add along with my list. Okay, so we can try that program. I'm using the same list 2. So I want to add list 2 dot append of 30. I'm adding a element. Okay, then I'm printing list 2. So you can see A, E, I, O, U. After that 30 also added. That means it will be added to the end of the list. If I just want to add a list along with a new list, how can I do that? So I'm writing list2 dot append of, I'm adding a list. So 20 comma 40 comma 50. Just adding a list like this. Okay, I'm printing list2. You can see A, E, I, O, U, then 30, then 20, 40, 50. So here you can see 20, 40, 50 will be a single element. It's not like a separate elements 20, 40, 50. It is just a single element. So if I'm just checking the length of a list 2, you can understand that. If I'm writing the length, you can see 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This is 7. So append function allows us to add a single element to the end of the list. Okay. Then if you want to add more elements or if you want to extend the list, how we can do that? For that we have another function, extend. Okay. So append actually adding a single element, but extend will allow us to add or just extending a list. So how we can do that? List 1 equal to 10, 20, 30 and list 2 equal to 40 and 50. So I just want to extend my list 1 with list 2. How can I do that? List 1 dot extend of list 2. So that means list 1 will be updated with the values of list 2. So here I am using list 2 and list 1. So I have list 1 here already and I am using list 2. So I am combining these two. How can I do that? List 1 dot extend of list 2 and I'm printing list 1. So you can see hello 3 5.7, that is list 1. These elements are list 1. Then after that A, E, I, O, U, all the elements of list 2 will be added. So that means I am extending list 1 with list 2. Next function is insert function. What is the use of insert function? Insert function will be help us to add an element to a particular position or a particular index in the list. So just see the example, list 1 now, list 1 equal to this. This is my list 1. Then if I want to insert a value 25 at the position 2. So how I'll write? List 1 dot insert of 2 comma 25. So we can try that. I just want to add list 1 dot insert of 2 comma 25. So that means we are starting the index position from 0. So 0, 1 and 2. Second position I am adding the value 25. What is my current list 1? Hello 3, 5.7. So here we can see that this is a 0 position, first position and 5.7 is the second position. So at the place of 5.7 we will be adding an element 25. So 5.7 will be shifting towards the right. Okay. So printing list 1. So you can see hello 3 25. Okay, 25 will be added to the position insert, second position. Okay, using the insert function. Next function is count. Count will be returning the number of times a given element appears in the list. Like if you want to check the occurrence of element, how many times an element occurred in the list, you can check with the count function. So list 1 equal to 10, 20, 30, 10, 40, 10 is my list. So I just want to find the occurrence of 10 in my list. List 1 dot count of 10. So you can see that it is returning 3 times. Okay. Next function is index function. Index function. What is index? Index will be returning the position. It will be returning the first occurrence of element in the list. It is very important. If you have 2-3 times occurrence of the same element, it will return the first occurrence of the element in the list. So you can write list 1 equal to 10, 20, 30, 20, 40, 10. This is my list. So if you want to find the index, you can write it as list1 dot index of 20. I just want to find the index of 20. So it will be returning 1. So it will just giving you the first occurrence of the element. Next function is remove function. It's a very important function. We will use this function for some programming concepts. So remove and pop is very important. So what is the use of remove function? It removes the given element from the list. And what is the condition? If the element is present multiple times, only the first occurrence only will be removed. Okay. And if it is not present, if you are trying to remove some element that is not in the list, it will create a value error. Okay. So you can say list1 equal to, this is my list. So I just want to remove 30 from my list. So remove of 30. So it will just remove the first occurrence. So that means it will remove this one only. And the final result list will be 10, 20, 40, 50 and 30. So that means it is just removing the first occurrence of the element. Next is pop function. Pop function which returns the element whose index is passed as an argument to this function, and it removes it from the list also. And if you are not specifying any parameter, then it returns and remove the last element of the list. That is also important. If you are not specifying any parameter, it will returns and remove the last element of the list. So it's a repeated question. What is the difference between remove, pop, as well as what is the difference between extend and append? So you study that very clearly and understand what is the difference between append and extend as well as remove and pop. Okay. So list 1 equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is my list. And I just want to remove the third position. Here we are specifying the index. In remove, what is specifying? We are specifying the value. In pop, we are specifying the index. So list 1 dot pop of 3. So which element is there in the third position? Third position is index third. So that means 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will remove 40 as well as it will be returning the element 40. And if I am not specifying any value, list 1 dot pop. So that means it will be removing the last element from the list and it will return the value also. Okay. Then what is reverse function? Reverse function reverses the order of the elements in the given list. So if I just want to write just from 99, 28, 89, if you want to just reverse the list, you can use a function list1 dot reverse. Simple function list1 dot reverse will be reversing the order of the elements in a given list. Next is sort function. Okay, sort function sorts the elements in the given list. So if I am specifying list1 dot sort, so it will be coming in the ascending order. Like here it is following ASCII values. ASCII values will be checking. If you are writing the numbers, you can see the ascending order. Or if you want to do that in the descending order, you have to write it as list1 dot sort of reverse equal to true. That means we have to take it in the reverse order. Reverse order in the sense descending order. Just if you want to do that in the ascending order, you can specify it as list1 dot sort. Otherwise, you can write it as an argument reverse equal to true. Next function is sorted function. Sorted function, it takes a list as parameter and creates a new list. It's important. It creates a new list consisting of the same elements arranged in the sorted order. In sort, what is happening? It is arranging the same list. But in sorted, it will be creating a new list. So if you are specifying list 2 equal to sorted of list 1, it will be creating a new list. Okay. Then some simple functions. Min function. Min will be returning the smallest element of the list. So you can write it as min of list 1 will be returning the smallest element from the list. As well as max of list 1 will be returning maximum value or the largest value from the list. And sum of list 1 will be returning the sum of elements in the list. Okay, so these are the basic built-in functions and methods. It is available for Python list. Okay, so from this, repeated questions are what is the difference between append and extend as well as pop and remove. What is the difference between pop and remove? And insert is also an important function. We will use that for different sorting methods as well as in class 12. These concepts we will use with the stack and queue. So list chapter is very important when you are considering the Python programming. Thank you everyone.